Okay, after Alan's tale, I have to tell you this really quick true story before I tell you another true story. But I'm 13 years old, I'm at Lagoon, and I'm waiting for the sky ride with my sister. She's here, I'm here, and there's this short, kind of stocky man in front of us. And I look at him and I think, that's Robin Williams. But I didn't want to say, are you Robin Williams? So instead I started a stand-up routine for my sister. Ow, I hit the wall. I'm sorry. I hope you're not afraid of blood. This isn't the hauntings contest. And I started telling her jokes. And I have to admit, I was really funny. Yeah. But I came up with one original joke that I was particularly proud of, and she laughed, and then we went on our way. And I don't know if it was Robin Williams. Well, I didn't until 6 months later, more like a year later, Mrs. Doubtfire comes out. And the joke I had told was, hey, you want to see my impression of a hot dog? Now, if you watch Mrs. Doubtfire, one of the best jokes in that film is, hey, you want to see my impression of a hot dog? So now you know where Robin Williams gets his humor from. He steals it from little boys at theme parks, or he did. Probably passed away. Okay, now start the clock. Sorry.
Can you pause?
Could I pause and get a tissue? I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Sorry, first day, guys.
I think you're lying.
Oh, you don't have to touch it. That's okay. Well, I have clean brushes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so my story is called Ducks. It was supposed to be called Ducks and the implications of the unintended implications of social justice warriors and the cold stone stare of justice, but Steve said other people needed to be on the program as well. So we called it Ducks. So I'm in college and I want to be a filmmaker, I want to be the next George Lucas, Steven Spielberg. And my friend says, hey, I'm making a movie and I need a duck. And I said, okay, I'll build you a duck. He said it has to swim, it needs to wobble, it needs to quack, and we don't have a budget. I said, great. So I got this brilliant idea. I was going to raise some ducks from ducklings. And then I was going to build this puppet that looked from the top up that you could see a duck. And we'd switch them out. In the wide shots, you'd use the real duck. And in the close-ups, you'd use this kind of thing that I built. And so I go to the farm store, the IFA, and I'm thinking this is going to be great. I'm going to be a duck dad. Most people don't know this or understand this, but ducks aren't human. And I get these ducks home, and they eat my garden, and they turn my backyard into the toilet. And in spite of me feeding them and caring for them and loving them, they flee from me and cower and bite me. These ducks were monsters, okay? And we get to the day of the shoot, and I take my little monsters out of the boxes, and I tie them up, and I stick it in the ground. And we're at this public park over at Salem Ponds. If you've ever been there, it's beautiful. And, okay, this is where the stone cold stare of justice comes in. Have you ever done something or said something that didn't used to be politically incorrect, but suddenly is, and suddenly society's accepted it, and you do it, and the room goes quiet, and you get the stone cold stare of justice, and you don't really understand why, but you just want to go home. Well, I had these ducks. They were tied up in the middle of the park, and families were having picnics all around, and kept getting the stone cold stare of justice. You know, they say, okay, go get the ducks. We need a wide take, and I'd get the ducks, and everyone would be like, and then it started happening that I would go to get the ducks, and some animal activist had untied my ducks, and the ducks were waddling as fast as they could towards the lake, and I would have to leap at them and grab them and drag them back, quacking and screaming, and tie them up. This went on over and over and over and over again. I got wolverines, I got lions, you know, a few children were eaten. It's not my fault. They were my ducks. Okay, my property. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and yet I had to endure the stone cold stare of justice every time. Go get the ducks. Okay, sure. Hi guys. These are my ducks. They're my ducks. They're mine. They pooped all over my backyard. They ate my carrots. Anyway, we get to the end of the day, and one last shot, we need the ducks. And I go, and I had forgotten to keep an eye on the ducks, and they're gone. They're on the other side of the lake. I see the little tail feathers wagging at me, goodbye. And in my heart I'm thinking, thank goodness. Because I didn't want to eat them later, or try and take them to a Chinese restaurant. And, is someone giving me the stone cold stare of justice? My name is Stephen Gashler. Please leave your comments publicly on my Facebook page. We're going to the car. We have all our film equipment cleaned up, and the sheriff shows up, and he says, we got a call that some pervert's been messing with the ducks. And I said, oh, really, officer? We're just shooting a movie. See, I got this little... And I showed him my kind of like weird stuffed duck thing. He's like, oh, okay. Well, you know, these ducks, people are always getting ducks, and they're just letting them go in this lake, and I have to come and catch them, and then I have to take them to Duck Grilla, I guess this is lake behind the restaurant, where they get to live and go to the happy ducky hunting grounds in the sky, and it's awful. So, take as many ducks as you want, but promise me you won't leave any. And I said, officer, with my best stone cold stare of justice, I would never do anything like that. Thank you.